Hey, Sheldon, I know it's a bit of a small sample size, and it's over almost a month now, the course of a month. But what have you made of Ilya's return to the lineup and coming back after missing 2 months like he did?
Well, he makes us a better team. There's no question about that. And it's not just because he scored here. We've known that. As long as Mickey's been with us, makes us a deeper team, makes us a better team. We thought he had a great camp and a great preseason. Was taking advantage of any of the additional opportunities that we were giving him. And then it's nice to see that continue here. Because he had such a good camp, we wanted to try to get him off to a good start here and try to pick up where he left off. So that's why we've had him right away. Take a spot on the power play and get some minutes that way. So I don't think it could have worked out any better in terms of him getting the production here early to give him a boost. After such a long layoff.
And just on the victory tonight, what did you think of the group getting past a couple of defensive hiccups there in the first to keep the Oilers off the board in the final 40 minutes?
Yeah, I was happy we found our way back there. Obviously, a huge goal for us at the end of the first period. I didn't like, obviously, that segment of the period there in the first where I thought we had, obviously, we got the lead, and then, we had quite a bit of an edge in shots and territory and things like that, and I thought we got a little sloppy with our structure defensively and then just opened things up for them. And then all of a sudden, it's 2-1. So we gave them life. That's something that we didn't really want to do at all tonight. We did that, but I thought we handled it well for the most part from there. So that was a good sign.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Next up, we'll go to Rosie DeMano with the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Rosie.
It's actually Kevin on Rosie's phone. I just, along those lines, Sheldon, what do you think of the way your team has been playing since coming back after the COVID Christmas pause?
You know what? It's hard to judge, to be honest. I think in the first game against Ottawa, we got great results. It's a funny game. You're playing against a team that, in Ottawa had essentially half a lineup or so and such a long time without playing a game. And then another, long stretch before we played this one here, no fans, and then another team that's shorthanded. So it's hard to really make a lot out of it. Can't help but feel like this is has a bit of a preseason feel, to be honest here. And it's not just, because we're coming back out of a long break with not playing games, but also just going from full building to an empty building. It's different for sure. So it's felt a lot different. It feels like we're still working our way back towards, being the team that we need to be. And so now we get a day off tomorrow. We'll get a good practice day, and we'll get ourselves out on the road. And then that's going to feel a lot more like the NHL. And it feels like we're ramping up towards that. And it's going to be a difficult road trip for us. Very challenging teams that we're playing, starting with Colorado. So that's where our mindset's at now.
On that note, I don't know if you know, probably you do, that the league paused another one of your home games, the one against the Devils, when you come back from that road trip. Are you starting to get a little worried of what the second half of the schedule is going to look like and how many games they're going to cram in for you guys?
A little bit, to be honest, but I don't know how it's all going to shake out in the end. Obviously, there's a significant gap there that they have to work with in February for us, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I think they have a plan. They have a plan that we're waiting on for that game on the 17th. But I can understand why they want to postpone that one. And I think it works out in our favor. I think as it comes, coming back off a long road trip and stuff like that, and then the whole empty building thing. I think our guys are we wanted to play games, we wanted to get up and running, but we want to try to get as many games as we can with our fans in the building.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Next up, we'll go to Luke Fox with Sportsnet. Go ahead, Luke.
Hi, Sheldon. Second straight night that Mikheyev has led your team in shots. Just curious if the coaching staff is encouraging him to shoot more, or if that's just a function of him feeling fresh and maybe getting some power play time.
Yeah, I think it's not so much coming from the coaching staff, but Mickey's a guy that's always eager to shoot. I think it's more just him excited coming back, wants to get things to the net, wants to produce offensively. Obviously the additional power play minutes gives you extra opportunity to put pucks at the net. So I think that's a byproduct of that. But he's just excited to get back playing, and he's a guy that's just going to put the puck at the net and look for good things to happen. So here in the early going, the puck's falling his way, and it's great to see.
Thanks.
We'll take a few more here. We'll go to Lance Hornby, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Lance.
Further to Ilya Sheldon, edge of the period there, his line with Comp forces that icing and allows you to get Matthew's line on there to score. So again, one of the other maybe the unappreciated things he's doing well as scoring the last few games for you. Yeah,
without a doubt. Those are little things that sometimes go unnoticed, but someone as astute as yourself picked up on it, so that's great to see. Those things get noticed because that's important, that those guys get recognition for that. Everybody throughout our lineup. Little things like that influence the play positively and set our team up for success. I mean, it's the end of a period. We came out with Matthews, Nylander, Marner there off a face-off and get one to the net, and it falls for us. So we just find the more you can do positive things to influence the game in our favor, that those type of balances go your way. And Mikheyev, Camp, Engvall, those kind of players that do that very effectively. And that's why we like them playing together.
Thanks.
We'll take two more here. We'll go to Jonas Siegel with The Athletic. Go ahead, Jonas.
Hey, Sheldon, you mentioned the difference with no fans in the building. How do you feel that on the bench, and what effect do you think it has?
I mean, it's just different. We've been through it obviously before. I found when we came into it, it was easy to say, you know what, we did this last season, so it'll be an easy adjustment. It has been, at least from my perspective, it's felt a whole lot different just going from full to empty. And that's been a dramatic change. I think the players have felt that. I think the game has suffered as a result, frankly. Hasn't helped the fact that we have gone so long without playing, and now you're trying to get back up and running. It's difficult to not have a scrimmage type of feel out there. But that's the situation we're in. I mean, we're just fortunate to be able to play the games. But it's hard not to acknowledge that that's the case, and that's the feeling out there. But like I said, we're going to get out on the road here, and we're going to play in full buildings, all those kind of things, and we've got to be prepared to ramp that up, or to ramp up, because it's going to be a different type of feel and a different type of pace, without a doubt, on Saturday.
And last one here, we'll go to Terry Koshan, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Sheldon, just a quick thought on Nylander's consistency. Quite a run here over the last dozen games or so. I think he has 19 points, and just what you're seeing in him that's allowing him to put up those points seemingly every night.
I mean, his skill set is always going to allow him opportunities to put up points. The thing with Willie is expanding his game, and I've been wanting to give him opportunities to expand his game this season. He's taking on some penalty kill minutes. We come out of a timeout, and at the end of the game there with the goalie out, and he's out there. I think it's really important that players expand their roles within our team. We need everybody to be comfortable playing in every situation, whether it's Mikheyev moving to the power play, or whether it's Willie in the PK and out with the goalie out. We can't rely on just the same people all the time. We're trying to give as many people opportunities, and that's why in a 3-2 game, come out of a timeout, we've got a lot of fresh people, but I wanted to get that line back out there, and I thought they'd done a good job through the game, and challenge them to get the job done in that situation, in a defensive situation. So those are the areas Willie's game is expanding, and I think his confidence grows within that. He's on the ice more, and he's getting more touches. So I think that's all just a big part of it. But I've really liked a lot of things that Willie's done for us throughout the season, not just the points.